Meantime, the federal Liberal leader is having a rough ride in Ottawa. Justin Trudeau's motion to make parliamentarians more accountable did not get unanimous consent in the House of Commons. Instead, the NDP grilled him again for making cash on the side as a public speaker. Let's get more on this story with Jessica Hume in Ottawa. Jessica, Justin Trudeau wanted to increase transparency on the House, but things didn't go as planned, and I understand Thomas Mulcair is speaking out.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, Justin Trudeau's attempt to increase transparency in the House didn't receive unanimous consent from the House. And in fact, it seemed like both the NDP and the Conservatives were much more interested in trying to get to the bottom of what's going on with Justin Trudeau's speaking fees. So before I go on, let's take a listen to Tom Mulcair speaking just moments ago about the fact that he would never take money for speaking while sitting as an MP. Let's take a listen.
All I can tell you is what I've done. I've been here for near 6 years. I've given hundreds of speeches across Canada. I've never, ever, ever accepted to be paid a cent for any of that for one good and simple reason. I consider that to be part of my job. If I was speaking to a college or a school board or something like that, it wouldn't occur to me, because that's often public money. It wouldn't occur to me to accept any of that money. That's what I've done in my career. So there are two separate elements here: is what we consider appropriate and what's allowed.
Now, we at Sun News have long reported on Justin Trudeau's exorbitant speaking fees. I think we have a board just to put some of these numbers in perspective. We know that $277,000, that was the total that Justin Trudeau collected in speaking fees since becoming an MP in 2008. Now, at least $15,000 was the amount he was paid for just one half-an-hour speech at a public school in Kingston. And we know as well, he billed the school for an additional $780 for a limousine. Now in 2007, this of course the year before he became a member of Parliament, he earned $462,000 for speaking engagements. So all of this of course is on top of the $1.2 million that he did inherit. Now last hour, Anita, you asked me if he continued to do paid speaking engagements while he's sitting as an MP. I was wrong. I said yes. The answer is no. We do understand that since 2012, Justin Trudeau says anyway that he hasn't been collecting any money for speaking outside of his role as an MP. One thing I will add, though, that Nathan Cullen, the NDP MP who introduced the motion calling for a look into Justin Trudeau's expenses, whether any taxpayer money was spent sending him around the country on those speaking tours, he himself said that the part of the reason why Justin Trudeau's motion failed was because he didn't approach it in a serious way. Nathan Cullen basically said it was a stunt, that if you're serious, if you really want unanimous consent on a motion such as this that is important, then you talk to the other parties ahead of time rather than just springing it on them in the House. So Nathan Cullen and the NDP just as critical of the Liberals today as the Conservatives on the other side of the House.
They are indeed, and it's certainly creating quite the firestorm in Ottawa. Jessica, thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
All right, folks, let's get to our daily web poll. The NDP wants an investigation into Liberal leader Justin Trudeau's expenses to see if tax dollars were spent to finance his speaking appearances across the country. Should Trudeau be forced to open his books? Let us know at sunnewsnetwork.ca. You can tweet me as well at Anita Sharma. We're on Facebook too, facebook.com/Sun News Network.